I've heard from the industry, I've heard from Kenyans. For us as a regulator, our mandate is to balance interests. And it's important that we appreciate some of the issues that have been raised. I think there's been an issue of how do you determine the tariff, issues of reliability and quality of service, issues of billing, issues of consumer complaints, and all those really fall down our alley as a regulator. When we talk about how do you determine a tariff, there is a tariff methodology applied by us as a regulator. Our last tariff review for a tariff control period between 2023 to 2026 was approved in March last year. How do we arrive at how much do you pay per unit? We first put together what the revenue requirements are. Sometimes you will see Kenya Power as the forward-leaning organization, but the revenues that Kenya Power collects, over 60% goes to generators. So how we then determine the tariff is we put together what is revenue requirements for power purchase. We then add on cost of transmission. And it's important to say for cost of transmission, we only allow for operation and maintenance. All the capital investment in transmission has been covered by government, either through funding to KETRACO as a transmission company or to KPLC, which still has some transmission lines, and there's also an issue there. But we only provide for operation and maintenance. Going forward, if as a country we were to invest in the infrastructure at the pace that is required to ensure that Kenyans get the reliability and the quality of service, we have to allow other players, particularly private sector, to play in transmission. And with that, there'll be an impact on the tariff because they have to get a return. The law requires that us as a regulator must ensure that there's a financial integrity of our utilities, that investors are compensated for the risks assumed. So even in the transmission segment, where, as the minister is saying, there has been a cabinet-level decision to transfer transmission assets from Kenya Power to KETRACO so that then you can then have competition in distribution. We then come and provide for revenue requirements for distribution in terms of operation and maintenance. One of the questions that you may ask is, and has come, I think, from some of the experts on the other side, is what is the regulator doing to ensure that the revenue requirements we provide go and actually do the work in operation and maintenance to ensure that the lines are up to standard so that then there's reliability and quality of service. We are putting together regulations called regulatory accounts so that then we're able to audit that the money that Kenyans, through us, the regulator, have given to Kenya Power actually goes to the work that has been provided for. If it is for capital investment, that capital investment is actually done. Okay. If it is for operation and maintenance is actually done. So that is how the methodology of how we compute the tariff.
So let's not complicate this entire thing. Let's just bring up a model power bill.
Yes.
Okay? So there's the amount, which is 4,000 shillings.
Correct.
The units is 140. The token amount is 2,326. Rate of the token is 16.6. VAT is 465.